Hey, Suncoast seekers. Welcome back to Jim Sells the Suncoast, where we bring you the inside scoop on the best spots to live from Tampa to Port Charlotte. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a new gym in Northport, Watercress Cove. I'm excited to have Teri Barbee from Watercress Cove join us. Teri's got the 411 on this fantastic gated community near Warm Mineral Springs. She'll fill us in on what makes Watercress Cove a standout. 67 beautiful single family homes with a variety of floor plans, all nestled in a prime location with quick access to I-75, top shopping spots, and those gorgeous Florida beaches. We'll dive into why this community is a must-see, from the low HOA fees and no CD fees to the gated entrances, city water, and sewer services. Teri will also share what makes Watercress Cove so inviting. Think peaceful surroundings, pet-friendly vibes, and homes with high-quality finishes, even with minimal customization. Plus, she'll update us on the development's progress, warranty details, and why Watercress Cove could be your next perfect place to call home. So grab a seat, tune in, and let's explore Watercress Cove with Teri Barbee on today's episode. Hey, good morning. And today I am speaking with Teri Barbee. She is representing Watercress Cove, a gated community down in Northport near Warm Mineral Springs down here in Florida. Welcome, Teri.
Thank you for having me, Jim. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. I was hoping we could talk a little bit about Watercress Cove. I know it's a gated community down there by Warm Mineral Springs, so right in the heart of Northport. Really access to everything. You're close to I-75, major corridor running up and down the coast, 41. You've got Venice growing like crazy, so tons of shops and restaurants and things to go to. Not far from Sarasota Airport,
Mhm.
probably equal, just maybe a little further down to Fort Myers Airport.
Mhm.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and about Watercress Cove as an overview.
Okay, so I work directly for Adams Homes. I used to be a resale agent with Remax, and then I was a sitter at that time for a while for Adams Homes and switched over to Adams probably about a year and a half ago. So fairly familiar with the product. I learned a lot about new construction while I'm here, and we put out a nice home. I've had some experience previously with other builders, and it's just nice to add to my experience and really be able to know the nuts and bolts of what we do here. Watercress Cove is a 67 home gated community. It's our first community here in the Sarasota division. We're really proud of it. We've done a lot of nice upgrades, a lot of nice
Hmm.
features.
Okay. What makes it maybe unique to others in the area? I know it is one of the few communities like in that area.
It is. It's nice. We're really centrally located. We're a couple blocks away from 41, so it's a straight shot up to either Venice or the Northport area. It's a really nice location. The unique aspect of that community is because it's a very tiny community, there aren't any amenities. The planned footprint is for the 67 homes surrounding a retention pond. It'll be gated at two entrances. We'll have two entrances and exits. And the HOA exits there are only $500 a year. So you've got your city water and sewer, you've got your
Hmm.
gate and everything else. You'd be responsible for your own property, but you have the security without all of the added expense of
Right,
living in an
right.
HOA community.
And I guess we'll get into it here in a second too, but the fact that it's not on septic is huge in that area.
Yes, and there also are no CDD fees. We've already absorbed the cost of what it takes to put those services
Oh,
in.
nice, nice. So what type of properties are available in here?
They are all single family homes. My smallest floor plan is about a 1485, a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. My largest is a 2200. Really nice feature of that 2200 is it's great for multi-generational living. It has two master suites, so each has their own ensuite bathroom. It also has an additional third bath for the other bedrooms to use. So it's a really nice layout. And they range from, again, I've got the 1485, I've got a 1512, a 1635, an 1820, and 1970 in my 2200.
So just kind of
Really
stepping up between the two. So you're covering
a lot of
really a little
options.
bit of everything within those five or six different styles.
Yeah, yeah. And they don't look, the homes themselves don't look cookie cutter. So we have different facades for each of them. So even if you have two identical homes next to each other, they don't look like they're identical.
That's good. What are the starting prices for those?
Right now, we're looking at about 341. They range from 341 to about four. They all have granite in the kitchens and baths. They all have ceramic tile floor throughout, except for the bedrooms.
Oh, that's a really good price. When you're looking at a starter home for a young family or people starting off, that's an exceptional value to jump in here on the coast with access to everything and being able to get into a community for that price.
Yeah. And so that's one of the things that Adams Homes is known for, really, is our value. We don't have the higher end finishes that some of the builders do, but it's a solid build. You're going to really get your money's worth out of our build.
Nice. Are there any additional costs or fees associated with it? You said HOA of only 500, so that's only a little over $40 a month.
Correct. Nope, that's it. No CDD fees, no other fees above and beyond that. And again, that in theory, because there are no shared amenities and no room for them to be built, the only thing you'll ever be paying for is maintenance of the gates and the common area. So that should
Okay.
always keep the
Pond
HOAs low.
control, any landscaping of those around the main areas, you're still responsible for your own yard and
Correct.
maintaining that.
Correct. We are a pet-friendly community, so we do allow there are no breed restrictions. You can have up to 3 animals, no more than 2 of them can be dogs, but other than that, there aren't any animal restrictions. We don't have a lot of onerous restrictions other than your
Okay.
normal vehicle.
And then so fencing would be allowed.
Correct. Fencing would be allowed. Pools are allowed on your property.
Okay. I know that was one of the things my wife and I looked at as buying a house is we've got dogs. Where are we going to go with them? And was the fence going to work to hold them in and set it up that way?
That's a big concern. You have a
Um,
lot of animal lovers down here in
yeah,
Florida.
absolutely. And being able to get out in the mornings and evenings with the weather, that's a big part of it. So you said 67 units, and how close are you to being complete? Are we
We're
there
probably
yet?
about a, we're probably about a third of the way done now. It's
Okay.
taking us about 6 months to build from the time we break ground to get the homes. And we're building them in blocks of 3 to 5 homes at a time.
Is it set for a certain home on a certain lot, or they get to pick on the lot?
No, there is no customization. So they're all spec homes.
Okay.
I know what the color choices will be, so I can let people know what they're going
So if they're looking for the 2,200 square foot, it'll be on a specific lot and they'll know where it's going to be. And so
for.
they can target that way.
Yes.
All right. And you said about 6 months from breaking ground to being able to move in.
I've got about a dozen homes available right now. We've got another dozen that are in process. So there are always a
Okay.
roll coming up.
Good. And obviously, as we speak now, we're looking at the rates and things changing. So there's a lot of opportunity to step in. If you're ready for a house now and you don't want to wait 6 months, you've got it available and can move quickly.
Yes, absolutely. And in order to do that, it would only be $1,000 to get under contract. There wouldn't be any other fees until closing. We do have a couple as the homes age out and we want to make room for more in our inventory. We usually offer financing incentives. So I've got several homes right now that I've got at 4.99% financing, and we've covered
Okay.
all.
What kind of landscaping and finishing? I know you started talking about some of the finishings inside.
Mhm.
What do we have on the outside landscaping?
Outside landscaping, we generally put one little palm tree in the front and a bunch of the mammies, the colorful plants around the front. There is sod goes down, obviously, of course.
Right, right.
We plant 3 trees in the back just for some green space, and then the entire property will eventually, as we get closer to completion, the entire property will be landscaped around the edge. So there's a landscape easement around the backside of all the properties where that's all been kind of filled in as time goes on. Right now, Adams is maintaining the HOA, but that'll be turned over when we're about 90% complete. That'll be turned over to the residents to determine if they want to continue to
Okay.
use the management company or manage themselves. Interior, we have ceramic tile, plank tile floors throughout, except for the bedrooms. I've got granite in the kitchens and baths,
Okay.
stainless steel appliances in the kitchen. We do include a dishwasher, microwave, and range. We don't include the refrigerator just because that's a little bit more personal. Some people.
Yeah. And in keeping up with them now, it might have the whole computer front on the front. You never know what somebody's going to want in there to set that up.
Yeah.
So how does the development fit into the local community and what kind of ties or what kind of things do we have going on in that area?
We've been trying to actually incorporate a little bit more of the community. We're scheduling a food truck rally where we'll have the local churches involved. I've been involved with that community since it started about a year and a half ago. So it's been nice to see it grow and the different people moving in. We've got a wide range of from young families to retirees. So it hasn't been pigeonholed into a
Hmm.
certain type of lifestyle. It's nice to see people walking around the lake at night with their animals. It's got a community feel to it.
Do you know off the top of your head, ballpark, about how far to the beach is?
Probably about 20 minutes from there to
Okay.
Venice Beach.
Okay. And then I know there's boating docks and all that's out right along Venice Beach. So you're still with under a half hour, you're going to be able to
Yeah,
get to all your water activities along the
definitely.
coast.
You're a few minutes away from all the shopping in Northport.
Okay. What kind of warranty and post sale support is there for the homeowner?
On paper, what we have is a 1 year complete warranty. So anything at all that goes wrong with the house for a year, we will fix. You've got a 2 year mechanical, so your air conditioning, your water heater, things of that nature, and then a 10 year structural. Any sort of cracks or settling in the walls or in the floors, we take care of that. My experience has been that Adams does a really nice job with their warranty, and they make sure that they follow up with the customers. One of the nice things about this community in particular is we have the superintendents that are building. They're in the community every single day. So
Hmm.
they're in the neighborhood. If you have any problems, you can always just
Right.
walk out the door and peek out to see who's available to help.
And they're hearing it firsthand.
Yes.
Okay. How does the developer manage ongoing maintenance and upkeep of those common areas? You said right now, obviously, as we're building, we'll have it set up. The HOA is going to oversee it, and then
Mhm.
it'll transition at the 90% range. So maybe somewhere in that 50 to 55 homes out of 67.
That's our thinking right now. It's a moving target as sales shift around and inventory changes. Right now, we've got landscapers coming in and maintaining cutting all the grass around the pond. We've got the sprinklers going to make sure that all the trees that we've planted, we've got some really beautiful palm trees and a nice brick wall at the entranceway. So we've got all the irrigation over there, making sure that everything is being fed and watered and growing properly.
Okay. What else can you tell me about the community? What's your favorite part about that community and its location there in Northport?
Really, my favorite part is just how centrally located. It's nice that it feels like the minute you go through those gates, you're just in a quiet space. Everything's green, everybody's
Hmm.
smiling, everyone's happy, and you're 5 minutes away from 41 and all your shopping. For me, I grew up in the city. I'm a city girl, so having this feels like you're in the suburbs. It feels like you're an hour away from anything, but you forget milk, you're 10 minutes down the road, home and back.
It's got that Florida country style feel inside the community, but everything you need is 15, 20 minutes away.
Yeah, yeah.
Top. Terry, what else can you tell me about the area? Anything that the people need to know that this is why the community is for them?
It's really it for me, it provides all the benefits of a community without any. One of the biggest complaints that I would hear as a resale agent was people would move into Florida and they wanted to get into these big communities because there's a million things to do, right? Everything is like a resort. You've got your pool, you've
Hmm.
got your activities. But I think that gets to be a little bit much sometimes when you're just looking to come home and kind of be quiet and have your own living space. For me, the nicest thing about this is just having that community feel where you've got neighbors around, but you're not paying the fees for things that you're not going to use.
So that's what I have today. Folks, thanks for listening. We were talking about Watercress Cove here with Terry Barbee. Information will be in the show notes. So please reach out to Terry or myself for any information. And we look forward to seeing you join us down here.